like take 6. People keep calling while I'm on the phone trying to record this. It's hilarious. First of all, happy birthday. I wish we were together so much. It's killing me we can't be there. But I made you a stupid playlist. Like I'm in elementary school / mixtape, whatever. So like when we left, we went to Mexico and then you left for Australia. I just started throwing things onto a playlist because I was newly returned to Spotify so I could listen to all of your music. And I just was like, oh, this reminds me of Tim. And I put it in this playlist and I kind of edited that. Also, I couldn't figure out how to like sort this damn list. I'm like, what? You have to click the sort thing 3 times to get the green. Anyway, you probably knew that already. I'm like screaming at the computer, why won't you let me set the order? So, with all that said, the first song I put on there is Liz Phair, Why Can't I? And you were at the Liz Phair concert with me. I was buying you drinks. You weren't even old enough. It just seemed I had to put one on there. Plus, the song is kind of about falling in love with someone who's younger than you. It's adorable. Also, I love Liz Phair. I know she can't really sing, but I fucking love her. I put Peg on there by Steely Dan, mostly because you told me your dad likes them. And they're kind of before my time, and they're kind of like dentist office music when I was a kid. But this song is so good. That first bit where he says Peg in the background, I can't even, like, it's fantastic. The next one there is Thinking About You by Frank Ocean, and come on, you know that song. That's just a beautiful fucking love song, and totally makes me think of you. After that is Human League, Love, Action. I don't know why I put that one on there, other than the fact that it's just the sweetest 80s song that, like, I remember hearing this like one of the very first times I ever lived with anybody. And for some reason that came on the radio and I was like, oh, this reminds me of Tim. Also at the beginning, that weird like, meow, it's in that song, The Spice Must Flow, which is also one of those like 80s, late 80s rave banger songs. It was so good. Had to put something in German on there. So I put Nur ein Wort on there, and it's kind of like J-pop, but in German, and it's the sweetest song. And when some of the lines on that song, I maybe I should send you a translation, but my God, it's the sweetest thing. When she says my endorphins are blowing bubbles in my blood, it's it's really cute. And then Nur geträumt von Nena, that's another 80s one. Oh, the other one's not 80s, it's like 2000s, but like Nur geträumt von Nena, that one is so cute because like the song's about not being together with somebody, and she's singing about how today wasn't a waste because I spent the whole day thinking about you, and it's very touching even though it's kind of a shit pop song from the 80s, very formulaic, but it's nice. Let's see. Flicker by Porter Robinson. This one for me is, hold on a second, is one of those like super emotional songs with almost no actual singing. There's a little bit like this, there's that like Japanese sample, but like very rarely can an instrumental make me cry. That one, ugh, it's so emotional. My heart just bleeds listening to that one. It's so good. Hazards of Love by the Decemberists. This one is like from my hometown. These are the people like from my hometown. They just, this song is, I can't even, it's fantastic. Anyway, it's a little honky tonk and it's a little kind of like aging Gen Xer anthem. NPR loves them, but the chorus on that song is breathtaking. When we got off the plane, we were in Mexico like right after you and I got to Mexico, and this song came on at one of the places in Oaxaca, and it's this cute song called Baila Mi Corazón from Belanova, and it's super sweet and perfect and bubblegum, and it's so good, and it made me so happy to hear it. It made me think of you. After that is Absolute by Scritti Politti. And that's the one we talked about where the guy had to record everything like at half speed thing. It's a masterpiece. Listen to it with really good headphones on, really fucking loud, and that is Fairlight CMI perfection. And the way they say "love you" in the chorus, oh, so good. Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. You have to put a Fleetwood Mac on here because Fleetwood Mac is this weird thing where somehow you realize when you're old that like your parents, some of the bands your parents listened to, which were just adult contemporary crap, are actually fucking amazing. And it's a masterpiece. I love Fleetwood Mac. Let's see. I had to put something from Hamilton on here, so I put "You'll Be Back" just because it made us all laugh so hard. The rest of them seem a little too, I don't know, schoolhouse rock for a mixtape for someone you love. So I put that on there, even though it's kind of sinister about it. I'll send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. I'm not saying anything. I'm not being crazy. I swear. Kelly wanted to put something on here because I asked him, like, you should put something on here yourself. And he wanted to put something for Mr. Sunday. So he put Jasper Street Company's "Till I Found You," and it's just a classic funk 70s beautiful 9-minute dance masterpiece. And then we also, you can't do a Mr. Sunday not without putting Der Alte on there. That's the one song that all of us know. Someone played it actually after the Pride March, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's Der Alte." It's such a melancholy song to dance to, but it's well, I put "Such Great Heights" by Postal Service on here again because of, like, hometown shit, but also because "Cut Like Corresponding Shapes from the Clay" is just like, oh, it just makes me instantly get teary because it's so exactly how I feel when I'm in love with somebody. Belly's on there because a band named Belly is, of course, going to be my favorite, right? But Seal My Fate is, oh God, it's a very sort of a little gothy love song, but it's spectacular. Origin of Love from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. This one, my record is making it like 17 seconds into that song without crying, but it's the best song from a musical maybe ever. It's so good. I want to see Hedwig with you. And it'd be so cool, right? Like if we went to go, right? No? Maybe they'll do a revival. I don't know. We saw it a bunch of times. I put Last Chance on the Stairway on here by Duran Duran because it's kind of hot in here. I'm gonna turn it. Because we were talking about Junos the other day, and Nick Rhodes was like this keyboard masterpiece guy. You'll hear it. It's full of all kinds of fun. I only have 8 notes in my sequencer kind of thing. So all of Duran Duran songs are like that. There's like a little repeating thing that, like, well, my 8-note sequencer can do this over and over and over again, and we're like play over the top of that, and it's just this funny thing where technology influenced music, but it's also a super like kind of like happy, just fell in love kind of song too. Forever by Ben Harper is on here because, my God, it was the first time I ever realized that forever is actually an emotion, not a time duration. And so it's also stunning. Let's see. Destiny by 07 is on here. Technically, that's actually a Brian and Kelly song, but it's one I wanted you to have because I promise you, if we ever go to Yosemite together, Kelly will make sure that comes on right as we go through that tunnel. You watch. It's the secret. He won't watch this video. He'll watch like 2 minutes of it and then pause it. You've probably already done the same thing by now. But anyway, so God, I'm already at 9 minutes? Jesus Christ, I don't shut up, do I? Sorry. Dreaming Your Dreams is by Hybrid is on here because I love Hybrid, and I played some when I talked to you and you hung up and you were going to bed, and then I was like, oh, it's a song about I'm dreaming your dreams for you, and I don't know, so I was like, oh, this one goes on there too. Not Letting Go because I had that clapping dream, the soul clap dream. It's also kind of a fun R&B song. Katamoy, I mean, I sent you the lyrics for that. That's very much like someone wrote that for the two of us. It's kind of, yeah, it's too much. It's beautiful. By Your Side by Sade, because Sade rocks, and that song is just the best. Paint by Numbers for me. I listened to that serotonin playlist you did like over and over and over again when I was walking around at the beginning of the whole friggin' epidemic, and I don't know, it's a weird thing. Like that's the soundtrack to all that cold, empty New York, just walking around. But it's even called Throwing Snow. It's perfect, right? It was just cold, and I don't know. It was like the beginnings of like really missing you, but also at that point where you could still like, oh, I'm still gonna see him in a couple months. Haha, no, you're not. And then of course it has the last one. Well, it has to be Wayo by Big Zen, because that's the thing. Kelly and I both sort of laughed. It's like that's the song that, even though it's sort of instrumental, it's what it feels like to be in love with you specifically. There's something about how it's got the rockin' beat, and yet there's this weird Firefly energy thing to the way it sounds, and it just, I don't know, it's the thing that most closely captures the frequency I vibrate at when I think about you and how much I love you. And I have to put like Olivia Newton-John on there because it's Australia and you're gay, and I just have to put one. So Suspended in Time, and that one, it's the last one for a reason. You just have to listen to it. It's kind of exactly how I feel right now, where it's like, how can we put this whole moment on pause until we can be together again? And that song like expresses that emotion and the sadness of like where I'm at right fucking now, of like, what do we do now? How can we, like, you know? And so Olivia, feeling my pain, our pain, brought me some degree of like comfort, or at least something I could sing to when I'm sad about it. Because, yeah, it's killing me that I can't be there for your birthday, and I want to take you to night dinner and a bottle of wine, and oh, baby, I hope you have fun. I hope you go out with your friends and buy some good wine and get drunk and have a party. I don't know, just have a good day, and I'm sure we'll talk to you, but this will probably take you, God, how long is this fucking playlist? I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ, it's long. It's like 2 hours. It'll be digested in chunks, so for whenever you ever finish watching this video, I love you, and I hope you had a great birthday, because it's probably over right now. And yeah, hopefully I see you soon. Love you, miss you. Happy birthday.